Hey guys, welcome to my channel again, and today I'm going to talk about jigs, how to make them, why to make them, and the best way to create part for the jig. Let's go. Okay guys, let's talk today about jigs. How to build any jig, how to build parts with a vehicle, and then you can copy the part without vehicle at your shop. That way you can make good money without vehicle at your shop. It doesn't take space, it doesn't take your lift. You just have a jig on your table and you're building parts, like a lot of parts, if you can sell them. That's another topic, but today we're talking about actual fabrication. So let me show you how I do it. Okay guys, first thing first, you need to build an exhaust system. Yes, of course, you can buy a OEM exhaust and build a jig based on it, but it's not the best way, honestly. For me, the best way is to build one custom exhaust on the car you want to produce parts for, and then copy your own exhaust that you built and make the jig based on your product that you build. It's really important. Why? Well, you can kind of copy somebody's work too, but you never know how it fits. When you build something, you know exactly how it fits. And my main advice to build first the custom exhaust system. For example, if it's an exhaust system, we're talking about that right now. It can be anything. So when you build it, it has to fit perfectly on the car, on the tip section, on brackets, on like elbows. It doesn't touch anything. It's not gonna vibrate and make some weird noise in the car. So you have to make sure you build it really good and precise. And after that, you take that system and make a jig. This is just an example. I'm working on exhaust system right now. That's why it's a good time to film some videos for you guys. I'm not gonna tell you what car it is. So this is a jig, and it has two different exhausts for two different cars. I mean, it's the same car. It's just generation 1. No. It's generation 2 and then another generation 2, but it's facelift. It has different bumpers, including the rear bumper. That's why it has different the tip section. So I had to build this kind of like 2-in-1 jig for one side and for another. It's V10. I think you can get what kind of car it is. But anyway, so I actually machined these flanges to use them this way. So you take a flange for exhaust system, put it like this, use the clamp, and then you can build or like this way or this way. It's two different exhausts. So what I want to show you, what is really important. This is my Bible. I keep all my measurements, all information about every product I make in this book. You see, it's kind of thick. So what I do when I build system, like for example exhaust system on a car, I write down measurements that I cut. So this is driver side, this is passenger side. You can see here it's how long tube should be, then 90-degree elbow, then tube, then valve, blah blah blah, elbow. You got it, right? So I have every measurement for every part of the exhaust. So that way, when I have it, I build my jig, then I build another exhaust based on my first jig, and I correct my measurements. So this is the final measurements that I use to copy my exhaust systems. So check this out. I already prepped I just cut some piping. It's stainless for exhaust system. So basically driver side, passenger side, all it needs just 2 90-degree elbow long radius, 1 short radius, the valve, Of course, the flange, it's another one on the jig. And same with another side, it's just a little bit like longer chunks for some reasons, because it's not like perfectly proportional car. I mean, the engine doesn't, it's not in the middle of the car, so that's why it's kind of a little bit different. But anyway, so now I cut everything I need. Now I'm going to prep it. And you can see how I do it too. It's really important how you prep your materials before you tack and weld anything. It has to be really nice and clean. So, and after that, I will show you how I build my jigs, how I make them make sense for me. So next time, every time when I copy another exhaust, I do it 100% the same as I built my first one. It's really important. So that way, every exhaust I build fits perfectly on the client's cars. It's really, really important for your business. Oh, look at this. I just wiped off the valve. So guys, I highly recommend to buy some acetone at Home Depot or whatever you want to buy it, and clean your parts before you weld. It's really bad. It's disgusting. And one thing, if you guys want to keep your parts clean, please use nitrile gloves. I use just this U-Line brand. It's 6 mil thick. Really nice. It doesn't melt when you use acetone, so it's pretty nice and durable for my job, and that way I keep my parts really clean. So let me show you the difference. So I cleaned this side, and this one I didn't deburr, I didn't wipe off, didn't do anything. So it's really important to face them on a belt sander to make them flat and nice and square. Then I deburr them inside and outside. I make a bevel because it's stainless, it's really thick. So I make tiny bevel on a belt sander. That way you can get better penetration, and you can fill up more filler, and it looks much better and it's stronger. So check this out. This one I didn't do anything yet, and you see the burrs around. Do not weld like this. God damn it, guys, just don't do it. I saw so many products with this shit inside. So if you have any burrs like this inside, you will never get good penetration. It's gonna look like shit. And especially outside, you will not be able to control your weld because it's gonna melt into your weld. Next step after that, I use this rotary file like this. It's gonna be available on my website soon. I love it so much. So that way it leaves really nice and smooth finish inside and outside. And after that, I wipe off everything with acetone. Look at this. So if you don't do it, you're gonna weld this shit. This is inside of the pipes and elbows, and you know, even though I buy really nice elbows and the piping, it's Ace Race, it's really nice and clean inside and outside, but still it's a lot of dirt everywhere. So you have to clean it up with acetone. That's in the next step. You just take a file. I like this this file. It's really fine. I bought it at Home Depot. I think it's like 10 bucks, you know. It's really nice. And what I do, I clean up edges after I faced, deburr, wipe off. I do clean edges with this guy, so that way it removes any like little chunks of whatever it can be there. So that way stainless welds really nicely. Okay guys, now I can show you how the whole thing looks when the actual part is in the jig. So my main point about any jig I build, it has to be strong. I weld these guys pretty strong, so you cannot really, I mean, you can, if you're dumb enough, you can bend it still, but if you carefully keep them in good place, in safe place, you will never bend any of these guys. So it has to be strong. This is my main point, and you have to keep them in safe place and don't stack them on each other, because that way it's easier to bend while you're trying to take one of them off the fucking pile of your jigs. So be careful with that. It's really important because every location has to stay in the right position. That way your part will fit on the car perfectly. So another one, I make these guys only for straight pieces. So basically elbows are chilling in the air, but it's important to have these guys for straight pipes, so that way your part is in the right location, so it's not gonna touch anything on the vehicle. You know, it's very important to make jig exactly the way you make your first exhaust, which has to be perfect. Don't forget about that. And this is a thingy for the bracket. I use this, guys. Oh shit. When I tack on a jig, so I use this, guys, from Home Depot, like this. So this way it holds the bracket and I can tack it. You know, I don't need to like fuck around and hold it and like, you know, line up with the hole inside. So also I made this support for the vacuum body of the valve. Why it's important? It has to be in the right position too in the car, so that way it's not gonna touch anything in the car. And this vehicle already has Valvetronic exhaust from the factory, and they have vacuum lines, so this fits perfectly with the OEM vacuum line. So we just plug it in and go. Perfect. So how I remember how everything has to be on the jig, because I have like 20 or 25 jigs in my container. So I take photos of my first product I built, and when I build a jig by the product I made, I take photos. So basically like this, and I can see everything, especially how I need to tack the bracket, because you see I can actually tack it from this side. I could put this guy here, but that way I would have problems of fitment from this side. So that's why I do have photos, so I can see exactly how everything fits and I can do everything right. So take pictures of your products in your jigs, keep them on your phone or your laptop, whatever it's easier for you. Sort them out, name them right, so you don't like fuck up anything. So this is the jig, this is how it works, this is how I make it work. This one is super easy, so I'm just showing you whatever I have right now in work. But once I will have exhaust that really complicated and it's built on a jig, I'm gonna show you how I build complicated jigs too. I hope it was good to know for you guys. Maybe somebody can use this information for your business, and it's gonna help you to make more money. Something like this. Well, I hope these kind of videos are really helpful for you guys, and if you like content like this, please let me know below in comments. That way I can make more interesting videos for you, and of course I'm going to make more videos about actual welding and fabrication. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.